Let me catch my breath. Hi guys, welcome to episode 42 of the Chemically Imbalanced Black Girl podcast. Good morning, good night, good evening, good day. How are you guys doing? Did you brush your teeth? Did you walk the dog? Did you drink some coffee? I'm assuming you're listening to this in the morning. You might not. But it's fine. It's fine. Before we get into the episode, I want to do like a little mental health check-in. I feel like we haven't done that in a few episodes. And I haven't been posting a lot on any of my Instagram pages. I was about to say the podcast Instagram page, but let's be real. I don't post anywhere. So yeah, guys, let's just take a second and ignore the mucus piling up in the back of my throat. Y'all know what the deal is. I'm always sick. But how are you guys feeling? What's the overall mood for, what are we in, September? What's the mood? What's September giving for y'all? What's going on in the brains? What's going on in the frontal cortex? The outer lobe? You know what I'm talking about. For me, I've been very calm lately, which is very rare. But also, no. Wait, which story do I want to tell first? Fuck! Okay, so I had a really bad breakdown last month, and I think I was about to get into it with y'all, and then I stopped myself because I really didn't know what was going on with me. I didn't know what the fuck my problem was. And when I say a breakdown, I mean a 2020 breakdown. I haven't had that type of shutdown or anxiety attack since 2020. And it was a whole bunch of things. One of my friends had pissed me off. My mom was getting on my fucking nerves. I was hot. I had just started my period. It was so many emotions that caused that breakdown. And then my recruiter called me and he also pissed me off. So I was just I feel like I need to just bury myself alive. So that was last month. September, we're doing pretty good. Like I said, I've been super calm lately. But I also started something called a 75 hard. If y'all know what that is, fantastic. I recommend you try it. I'm only on day 5 or day 4. I started on the 13th. So I don't know. It's either day 4 or day 5, girl. I don't know. I'm confused. But what that is, to people who don't know what a 75 hard is, I heard about it on one of my favorite podcasts. I started talking to some people and I was like, I want to try that. And 2 other people are doing it with me. So that's super cool. Mango is one of them, obviously. So the specific 75 hard challenge that we're doing is very similar to all the other ones, but with little tweaks. So ours is a vegetarian diet, which is super easy because I used to be a vegetarian back when I was a personal trainer. So that's been super easy for me. The second one is to read 10 pages of a book a day, which I have been enjoying more than any other part of this process because I am a reading whiz. I know I tell that to you guys all the time, and that's my little moment to flex is because I read and write and spell so well. Because it's just true. I don't know. What can I say? But I've really been enjoying that the most, because I don't know when the last time you guys have sat back and cracked open a fucking book, but it's a great feeling, especially when the book is good. It's just a really good feeling. I loved it. So I've been accidentally reading 30 pages a day just because I get so lost in the book. So yeah, I've really been enjoying that, which is probably why I'm so calm now, because a bitch is just not on her phone all day. The third one is to drink a gallon of water a day, which I usually don't struggle with, but I've been struggling with it now that I have to do it. So I've been just doing 4 liters of water, because you guys know I smoke weed. So I usually drink about a gallon's worth of water a day just to, keep my, piss clear. Y'all know, if you smoke weed, you know, I gotta flush that shit out somehow. But, since the water intake feels like a competition, it's really hard for me to get it down. So like I said, I usually do about 3 or 4 liters a day, and that's still pretty good to me. It's still surpassed the water intake I'm supposed to have. The fourth one, which is my next favorite, are 2 45-minute workouts a day. And y'all already know that I love working out. It's something that just comes natural to me. Now, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Shorty hadn't been to the gym in a minute until recently I started this challenge. I haven't been to the gym in like really close to 3 weeks. Like actually step foot in a gym. And actually, that's not even my fault because my gym is like getting rebuilt or some shit. Me and Mango walked up in there to go slam some shit, and the whole store looked like a fucking construction site. We was like, oh shit, well, like, what's going on? The nigga was like, yeah, we ain't gonna be finished until end of September. I was like, holy shit. But I've been going with Mango to her gym. We're actually gonna go today as soon as I stop recording, and we're gonna lift some weights. Now, the embarrassing part about that is because I haven't been to the gym in a while, my PR has gone significantly down. And coming from somebody, sir, I hate when people drive so fast by my house. It's so annoying. But coming from somebody who used to be a personal trainer, when you try to do your old set, like your old weight, and you realize that you cannot do it anymore. I mean, I can do it. It's just going to hurt like fuck. I have to like prepare. I have to like get a couple reps of lightweight in to like prepare myself for it. Either way, knowing that you just can't automatically jump back to like, 250 is saddening. But it's still enjoyable. The soreness was crazy. So yeah, I've been enjoying the workouts, and either I'll go to the gym with Mango or I'll walk my street that I live on, which is like a fucking 4 miles. I don't know why this street is so long, but I usually walk it down and I walk it back up. And that is painful every time because the walk seems like it's shorter every time. I'm like, oh my God, I'm almost there. Like, you know how you be in the groove when you first start your walk and you're like, damn, I'm really getting there. Like, I'm almost at the end of the street. And then you got to turn around and walk all the way back. And it's just like, ooh, damn, I was not trying to do all that. Like, I was trying to walk to the end of the street and be like, okay, I'm done. And then you turn around, you have 4 miles ahead of you. It's just like, ooh, I done drank all my water and shit. My calves burning. Like, it's a lot. But yeah, I think that's it. I think it's only 4. So the water intake, 2 workouts a day, reading, and the 2 workouts. Yeah, I think that's it. So y'all, if you're like chemically imbalanced of any sort, or you have like high anxiety or anything, or you just feel like something isn't fucking doing what it's supposed to be doing up in there, try a 75 hard. And the thing that I like the most about it is that if you fuck up on any one of them, you have to start all the way back from day one, which I like because I don't want to be like, oh, I'm on day 36, but I ate a piece of chicken. Now I got to start. You know what I mean? It keeps you honest. It gives you some type of, what's the word I'm looking for? It gives you some type of discipline, and you don't have to do it with other people. You can do it by yourself because you can lie to other people, but who's really going to lie to themselves? I mean, we're all delusional. Let's be real. You lie to yourself every day, but what I'm trying to say is this is a chance to not lie to yourself. Like, it's a chance to actually have discipline, see how far you can go, and trust yourself that you would start all the way over if you do fuck up. So give it a shot. Let me know how it's going. If you've ever done it before, slide into my DMs. Let me know, like, how'd you feel on the back end of it, once you finished it all. And honestly, guys, the only thing I'm really worried about is how I look after. Let's keep it real. I'm doing it for the booty. If I don't come out looking like Paloma Ford at day 76, I'm killing myself. I'm just kidding, but I'll definitely think about it, because why is my ass not fat? I've been doing squats for 75 days. And just to give you a little caveat, nothing pisses me off like a natural fat ass. When I used to be a whole trainer, I still am. I'm certified in working out and transforming other people's bodies just for my ass to look like it does. And I don't know if it's my genetics. It just won't let me have a fat ass. I don't know what it is, y'all, but it grinds the fuck out of my gears. But I feel like this time it's going to be different, because I'm going to be targeting lower body abs the entire time. And I promise you, what's 75 days from then? November 27th, around Thanksgiving, y'all. If I can't even talk. If I'm not packing, like a camel back there, I don't know what to say to y'all. I don't know what to say. But okay, guys, let's jump right into the episode. Today's episode is a very, very calm episode. I am actually really excited about some of these stories that I have to tell y'all, because I was in conversation the other day telling one of these stories to a family member, And they were like, you should definitely tell that story in your podcast. And I haven't thought about the story since it happened, but we were talking about, stuff, and it came up, and I was like, I'm actually traumatized from that. So no, am I the asshole today? This is a very turn your brain off type of episode. This is why I put my episodes out on Sundays, because Sundays are a very lazy day, sleep in, lay in the bed, drive to do some errands, come back, lay in the house. This is this type of episode, which honestly, every episode is the turn your brain off type of episode, because I'm not, trying to teach you anything. I'm just literally talking. But anyway, let's jump into the first story that I have to tell y'all. And all of them are traumatizing, but we're just going to go in order. So the first story I want to tell you guys takes place in Virginia Beach. Y'all know that's where I'm from. And funny enough, this is maybe 2019, right when I started being a personal trainer, all right? So your girl is kind of swole at this time. I think I was like 182 pounds at the time. I was pretty big, not fat. I was just, not that there's anything wrong with being fat, I love a thick woman, but I was just, my arms were big, my legs were big, my waist was big. Like, I was just a big bitch. So, cause I was lifting weights for work every day. Also had money to spend. Oh my gosh. Other than being a flight attendant, being a personal trainer, I had never had so much cash in my entire fucking life. Like, I was like, how old was I in 2019? 2020. I was 21. I had just turned 21. So it was like, what am I supposed to do with all this money except spend it? And that's what I did. So I have a day off. I only worked Monday through Friday as a personal trainer. It was fire. So Friday comes, I take my little mint green Fiat up to Lynn Haven Mall, and I'm like, we finna blow a bag. We finna buy some shit, love to shop. I don't even buy outfits. I just buy like stupid shit. Like I buy Auntie Annie's. I buy some Vans, like a dildo from Spencer's. Like, it's just stupid shit. Like, I blow money on the simplest shit, but it makes me happy, so I do it. So I walk into the mall. The mall is my oyster. Like, I'm like, yeah, I might go buy that. Might hit up Victoria's Secret, whose panties never fit my fucking vagina, but I still buy them. Why? I don't know. So I'm walking around like, damn, they got some new stores in here that I've never, been in before. Today's the day. I ain't got shit to do. I got a wad of money in my wallet. Let's fucking do it. Let's go into all these stores. I went to Michael Kors. Don't even like Michael Kors. Didn't buy nothing. I just wanted them to see me in there, look at shit. Because, like, I could buy, bitch, but I won't. So just, like, really feeling myself this day. Like, I don't even remember the outfit I had on, but I know it was too revealing. Like, I was really, like, yeah. You could have robbed me, and it would have just been fine. So I go into the store that I never seen before, and the store is called Tilly's. I don't know, sis, wherever you live, if they have a Tilly's or not, or if you've ever even heard of this store, but Tilly's is for women that are a size 0, and that's it. To the point where they should have a sign on the door as you're walking in. It's like, bitch, if you're not this big, don't even walk in here. We have nothing for you. And at the time, I think I was a size 13 or 12, something like that, right? So, not itty bitty at all, bitch. So as I'm walking in, all of the employees are like, hi, how are you? You need help? As they do, very nice little white people, just, hey, they all look like, none of them have on a uniform. They have like little lanyards on to let you know that they work there, but they're all in like jean shorts, khaki short, like they're just, like beachy white people. But this is where we lived, y'all. I lived in Virginia Beach. All of the white people are like this. Hell, all the black people are like that. So, they're just being nice. I'm like, oh, no, I'm just looking, thanks. So I go off and I'm looking at these tube tops. Because one thing about me, love a tube top, love a halter shirt, love a half shirt. I just do. I don't know why. So I'm looking at these cute little embroidered halter tops, half shirts. And I take a couple and I go to the dressing room because I want to try them on. I think I got 2 mediums and 1 large, which I don't even know why the fuck they had that on the tag, because everything I got was extra small. But I thought it would have had some stretch factor to it because the material looked stretchy. Bitch, it wasn't stretchy enough. So I'm in the dressing room, right? And I try on the black one first because that's the one I like the most. And I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of my fault, but it was a little tight getting on. But you know what? Tube top isn't tight. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to push the yitties up. You know what I'm saying? And I want my waist to look cinched. So, of course, I want it to be tight. Y'all, I should have just stopped. So, the way this tube top was, It had two little thick, it was thick straps, but they were small. You know what I'm saying? They were spaghetti straps, but they were thick. So it wasn't like they covered my shoulder. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It was a thick spaghetti strap, basically. And at the bottom, there were like frill that hung like right above my belly button. Super cute fucking shirt. And the frill at the bottom was the stretchy part. None of the neck, like armhole, none of those areas were stretchy at all. So I was really struggling getting into the shirt, but it looked cute on me, and I was like, okay, I might buy it. Girl, I go to take this damn shirt off. Sis is not moving. The shirt does not budge. And I'm trying to like put my arms up under the shirt to lift it to go over my head. Not going anywhere. And you know you're fucked if you've ever been stuck in any type of clothing. You know you're fucked when you're trying to roll it down, like to get it on your leg. Like you're trying to roll it down your stomach to your waist, to your thighs, to hopefully get it off somehow. I don't care if it doesn't even go over my head, bitch. I will roll this shirt down to my ankles just to get it the fuck off. Because now it's cutting off my circulation. So I'm like, I have one hand in the shirt to try to like peel it off of my skin, and then I have another one behind me to like ride it up in the back to like shimmy out of it, and it's just not fucking working. And I'm in the dressing room, by the way, so I'm making all these noises. So I'm in the dressing room like oh my god, I'm just like losing my fucking mind in the dressing room. So all of a sudden I hear like a little knock, and there's a girl like, do you need help? I promise you, I just wanted the world to swallow me right at that moment. So I'm like, yeah, at this point, I don't even care. I'm sweating. I'm hot. My deodorant sweating off. I stink. Like, I've been in here for like 20 minutes trying to get the shirt off. I'm defeated. Yes, please come help me. So she comes in and she's like, you ever try not to laugh at somebody, but you can't help but laugh? So she's not laughing, but she's going like she's trying to mask her laugh with a hum, right? And I'm like, bitch, it's okay, you can laugh, it's fine, because she's smiling. So I know she wants to laugh, but it's just like, I respect the respect that you're trying to give me. Mind you, I didn't even tell y'all the worst part. Oh my god. So I knew that I was gonna buy this makes me sound dirty. Please do not take this as a representation of me trying clothes on at the stores, because I don't usually do this, but I knew I was buying the shirt. I had to buy it any fucking way. Just listen. So I took my bra off to try on this halter top because I knew I wanted to buy it. I knew that it was coming home with me. I just needed to see how it looked, to see if it was a halter top that you wear with jeans, a skirt, whatever the fuck, shorts, whatever. So one of my titties is out of the out of the halter top, right? And I'm trying to like cover my nipple so she won't see my left titty, but also she needs both of my arms up so she can shimmy the fucking shirt up to my elbows and shit. It's not working. So she's like, okay, I'll stand behind you. She was like, just like and she's shorter than me, and I'm only 5'4", so this bitch had to be like 5 foot even. So she was like, I'll stand behind you. If you just like bend down a little bit, I'll like pull it up like over your chest and get it, you know, from around your neck. So I do exactly that, and now my right titty is keeping the shirt from coming up off of my chest. It's too tight underneath my titty. So now I have one titty out, I'm squatting with both arms up, and one of my titties is just locked in this fucking shirt. So then she does okay, I think we might need somebody else. So I'm like, okay. I'm literally just like, okay, because I'm just so defeated. Like, I have nothing left to give. I'm hot. And you know, oh my God, for all the ladies that are listening, have y'all ever like tried to get out of something and you pull a muscle in your neck, bro? Oh my God. So now I can't move my neck because I've like pulled a ligament or so. I don't know what happened, but you know, when you turn too hard and that little muscle in your neck is just like, fuck. So that happened. That was beautiful. So then she leaves and she comes back with a boy. And I'm like, okay, this is perfect. So he comes in with his eyes closed, because I guess she told him that my titty was out. And he was like, okay. He was like, I'm not looking. He was like, we're going to get you out of the shirt. Like, everybody's so like upbeat and excited except for me. I'm mortified and humiliated, and I want to go home. So I'm back in the same position, except this time I'm standing straight up because he was taller than both of us. So both arms up, one titty out. And this man has to literally uncup the shirt from my right titty to get the shirt to pop up on my chest. That way we can roll it onto my arms and off of my body. When I tell you this shirt was stretched to hell and back, it didn't even look like a halter top anymore. It looked like a tablecloth. I was like, I am never coming back in here. The worst thing about it, y'all, is that when we got the shirt off, everybody was like, woo, yeah, we got it, shit, fuck, yeah. Like, they were celebrating my embarrassment, and I was like, give me the fucking shirt so I can go to the cash register and pay for it and never come back in here. I was so sad. And do you know that they made me pay $27 for that fucking stretched out? I'm just saying, yes, I know I had to buy it because I ruined it, but I was in there for like an hour and a half. If I was those workers, I would have been like, you know what, baby, just take it. At this point, it's yours. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. The fact that, and I didn't even know that the price of the shirt was $27. I just picked it up because I liked it. I didn't even look at the price. That's how you know I had money. But $27 for a tank top, I am just going to throw away when I leave out of here now because I cannot wear it. I was very, very sad. And I'm not joking. The minute I left the store, I found a mall trash can and I threw the whole bag away. I was like, and then they had the nerve to put the receipt in the bag. Like, but you know, I'm not bringing this back. Like, why are y'all playing with me right now? I threw that shit away immediately. And I went to go get some Auntie Annie's and I sat my fat ass down and ate because I was just like, I need a little reset moment after that because that was too much for me. I'm sorry. And till this day, I've never stepped foot back into Tilly's because they don't have anything for me in there. And yeah, I'm a little traumatized. Okay, guys, next topic for you. I'm actually so excited because I have so many things that I want to tell you guys, and I might have to leave them out. I might have to leave one of them out of this episode in fear of it being too long. That's never happened before. I'm like, ooh, which one should I talk about now? Okay, so I have a really funny story that I want to tell, but I'll save that for last. So what I'll talk about in the meantime is something that this is something that I just thought about this morning too, is, I'm actually having a really hard time being overly exposed to the socials, right? And this is a brand new thought, but I really want to share this with y'all because I feel like it's going to be necessary to know this about me, especially once this podcast grows and it starts getting bigger and stuff like that. So, like I keep telling y'all, before I made this podcast, I was super introverted, I didn't post on my regular page or anything. I don't like taking pictures of myself, so there was no need to post any, you know what I'm saying? And so what I used to do faithfully, never stopped until I made this podcast, was I used to delete all of my apps, YouTube, everything that you could talk to people or see people. I would delete it off my phone for 6 months straight. Then after 6 months, I would download it back for 6 months, delete it for 6 months, and it would be an ongoing cycle. And that kept the relationship with me and social media really healthy and honest, right? And I have this super extreme case of JOMO, which is joy of missing out. I love not knowing what people are talking about. I love not knowing music. I love not knowing artists. I love not knowing the scandals that people are in. I just love missing out on shit so much because I just don't want to be involved. I just love it. It's just something I've always had. Sometimes I do it on purpose. I purposely don't watch shit or don't listen to shit just so I don't know, because I don't want to be included in the conversation that everybody else is in. That's just, I don't know why I do shit like that. I just do. And so now that I started this podcast, I can't do that because obviously I need to upload episodes and I need content for my episodes. So I need some type of social media to learn topics or learn what people are talking about, learn what people care about, today, or learn trends and everything. I need it for this podcast to be successful, and it's such a weird feeling. And that's why last episode I was telling y'all that I can't wait to start the Patreon, so that way I won't have to feel so weird about when I want to talk about certain things, because it's such a huge jump for me to go to not posting anything, not telling anybody about all these stories that are in my head, not sharing any of my feelings and emotions to literally anybody but myself, to now telling it to 400 people a month. You know what I'm saying? So it's really weird for me, but I do enjoy it, so I won't stop. But I just need to tell y'all how weird of a feeling it is to have this big ass, JOMO, and you just can't do anything about it. Like, it's just like, oh well, bitch, you wanted to be a content creator, now here you go. But can I tell you guys something that I really think that helped me with, and I'm really struggling with it now? When I used to delete all of my apps for 16 months, I'm bugging, for 6 months, I was so unaware of how insensitive, rude, nasty people were, right? In the comment section and videos and anything, just on the internet. I wasn't connected with how disgusting some people were. And now that I put out content to read comments where people can leave comments, or if I'm watching a peer's video and I read their comments, it's just like, wow, people are actually assholes. And it's not that I wasn't aware before when I was doing the whole 6-month thing. It was just that it wasn't like on my daily, you know what I'm saying? I didn't think about it daily. I didn't have to look at it every day. Sorry, by the way, if I keep getting progressively louder. My microphone is slipping off my shirt and I have to readjust it, and then I get really loud. Sorry. But basically what I'm trying to say is the permanency of me keeping all of my social media on my phone, I feel like it's wrapping me up, or just getting me mixed up into how, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Okay, let me give y'all an example of where I'm trying to go in my head, because y'all know I'm and this is a fresh thought, bitch. I thought about this morning, and it's really hard for me to get my thoughts across. So let me give y'all an example. So the other day I was scrolling on TikTok, just chilling, not even trying to find content, just chilling. And I saw this TikTok account where this girl was leaving spliffs all around New York City for people to find and smoke them. And her tag name is Grandma, which is fucking brilliant. I was like, wow, that's brilliant. Grandma, weed grandma. I was like, that's a perfect name. If I was a drug dealer, bitch, that would be my name. That's perfect. But she had them in little thin, long capsules. And I didn't think that there were actually weed in there. I thought it was just a rolled up piece of paper with her tag name, her handle, maybe a contact information. I'm trying to be New York City's drug dealer. Hit me up. That's what I thought she was doing. I thought it was just a promotion thing. And then she had one video where she actually showed the spliff inside of it, and she was hiding it. And I was like, oh shit, this bitch is really hiding weed all around New York City. That's weird. Y'all, never in my life did I think we would get to the point of humanity where people were in the comments actually trying to find it. And to you listening right now, that might not even sound crazy. Y'all are probably like, yeah, I wish a bitch would hide a blunt near my city. I'll go find that shit right now. Why? I'm not even trying to sound judgmental. It's just how do we get to the point of social media where you guys, not y'all, but where niggas don't even use common sense anymore? I grew up around drug dealers, crackheads. The first thing they ever taught me was not even how to walk, bitch, was to not smoke anything you didn't roll or you didn't see get rolled. And you guys are just, not you again, but niggas are just willing to go find a random blunt hidden in a bush by a bitch that you have never seen her face, and you don't even know what she rolled up in this shit. It's just we're getting too comfortable with social media and strangers and shit. It's getting too, you know what I'm saying? And that's what made me think is I need to do a 6-month cleanse, because this shit should not have made me as angry as it I could have just kept scrolling, but I literally went on all of her videos and was getting irritated at the comments because somebody was like, oh, I found it. And I was like, and now you're going to do what with it? Bitch, I hope you're not going to light that up. And then tomorrow you on the floor tweaking, foaming at the mouth. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I think the bridge between reality and common sense and social media are starting to touch, and those two should never touch. And that is what I'm struggling with from not taking a break from social media. Like, I feel like I'm starting to get a little bit stupid. I don't, and stupid isn't even the word. It's just like, I don't know how to explain it to y'all to make it make sense. Like, the way it is in my head. It's just, it's a really big jump for me because I'm still so used to being a recluse and being, closeted and in the dark and on my own and listening to my own thoughts being repeated in my head over and over again. So when I see shit like that, it's just like, wow. I shouldn't have saw that. Like, this should have been something that I missed during my 6-month cleanse. I don't know, y'all. I know I'm rambling, but like I said, that was a fresh thought. I just had to get it out. So maybe when this podcast really takes off, y'all, I really only need 1,000 listeners. That's it. I feel like I could take the 400 that I have you now to Patreon. I'll be set. $5 a month from 400 people will be good. But I won't take a 6-month break until either I leave for the military, or this podcast blows up out of nowhere and I literally need a mental break. So I won't leave y'all hanging. Obviously, when I go to the military, I'll put out an episode and be like, hey, your bitch about to be gone for 2 months. Just keep streaming though. Listen to some old stories. You know what I'm saying? Tell your friends about me. So when I come back with the videos, we can be a whole little family. But yeah, it's definitely necessary, but I won't do it until I literally have to. And there's going to be like a PSA on that. But okay, guys, let's go ahead and wrap this goddamn episode up. I have so many more things. I'm looking at my notes right now. I have so many more things that I want to talk about on this episode. But bitch, we are already at 45 minutes. Like, I cannot do this. So I'm gonna end it with a story time that I really, really love telling, but I was actually so traumatized. And this is just gonna be the exit story to the episode. So stay with me, bitch. Okay, so in honor of summer being officially over, I want to tell you guys about a festival that I went to. My one and only festival story that I have. And it's a long one. So please hold on. And it's a long story because I need you guys to know every single detail about this story, which made it traumatizing. Okay. And just listen. Okay. So this is my one and only festival story. So this takes place, again, back in Virginia Beach. I was probably 17 or 18. I was working at Chipotle, so I think I was maybe 17. This is also the time where I didn't really know who I was. I didn't really know what I was into, so I just was trying everything. And also, this was the time I was super into shrooms, acid, Molly, all that shit, right? So keep that in mind. So at this specific Chipotle that I worked at, a lot of anime heads, rock fans, EDM heads, a lot of people like that would come in just because of the location that we were at. And one day I was working, and this girl who, she was like a regular at that time. Like, we all knew her name. She just came in like 4 times a week. Like, she had money. And then I remember saying like, damn, you must got money. And she was like, nah, I don't. So we started comping her meals because this bitch never got meat. If I remember correctly, she got like brown rice, peppers, and like 2 scoops of guacamole. I swear to God, like, she just got beans, guacamole, and like salsa. And I was like, ew, like, why are you eating that? So we every time she came in, we just gave her food for free because we were like, bitch, you're not getting nothing for real. So, but she was a vegetarian, so, she loved it. But yeah. Oh my God, y'all, just remember her name. Her name was fucking Jeanette. Anyway, so she came in one day, and this was like one of the rare times we didn't have a line like all the way out the fucking door. This was the Chipotle right by, I'm talking to y'all like y'all know what Chipotle in Virginia Beach I worked at. Anyway, this Chipotle sat right by the beach. So like always was busy, bitch. Always. And as a 17-year-old, I was like, oh my God, like, y'all don't want Moe's? Like, y'all don't want McDonald's? Please stop coming in here. So this day when she came in, for some reason, it was just one of those days where we weren't busy. So I'm talking to her and shit. I'm the only one on the line. I make her whole bowl. I check her out and stuff like that. We just sit there talking because she ain't got shit to do. I ain't got shit to do. So then she started telling me about like her upcoming weekend and like how all of her friends are getting ready to go to this music festival. And I'm like, oh my God, like I've never been to a music festival before. I've always wanted to go. Like they seem so fun. Then we started talking about, LSD and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, I've always wanted to go to a festival because I feel like mixed with, shrooms and shit, the visuals, the music, like I feel like it would be like a crazy experience. Like that shit sounds so fun. And she was like, yeah, girl. So then she starts like showing me her outfit that she's wearing to the festival. And bitch is basically like a 2-piece bikini with body glitter and cowboy boots. Like I promise you, that's all it was. But it was cute. I was like, okay, 8, like you about to eat that up. So, and so she was like, you should totally come with us. And I was like, oh, I don't know about all that. She was like, no, you really should. I just looked out my window and it's a fucking chicken out here. Lord, please get me out of Florida. Oh my gosh. Anyway, she was like, no, you should. She was like, we're all going as a group anyway. And, some people's boyfriends and girlfriends are already coming. So she was like, you should just come. Like, you can stay with me the whole time. And I was like, I don't know. So, of course, I had to ask my 2 famous questions for me to go anywhere. I was like, is there going to be food? And how many black people are coming? You know what I'm saying? Because Jeanette was white. And I was like, I don't know about y'all, but I don't like being the only ethnic person in a group setting. Call me whatever you want, but that's just my safety net, bitch. I don't care. I really don't. I can't be the only one. That's not my jam. I can't get jiggy with shit like that. But she reassured me. She told me that 4 out of the people that were going were black, not including me. So that made 5. I was like, bitch, that's a perfect number. That's a perfect amount. So fast forward, maybe let's say 4 days later, and it's the day before we're leaving to go to the festival, right? So Jeanette texts me and puts me in a group chat with like 12 other fucking people. So she sends a message. She's like, hey, this is Aria, the girl I was telling you about. She was like, just putting her in here so she can see the outfit, so she can see the colors and match with us and shit like that, because all the girls were wearing like specific colors and shit like that because they wanted to take pictures and shit. Nope, I'm lying. Jeanette didn't say that. One of the girls in the group chat sent a picture of her outfit like on her and was like, hey, just showing you the color so you can match our outfits when we take pictures. This girl was fine as hell, by the way. I was like, Jesus Christ. But I didn't say that. So me being me, I'm not a picture taker. That's exactly what I said. I was like, oh, I'm not, I'm not really a picture taker. So y'all don't even really need to worry about me ruining the pics because I'm not gonna be in them. So it's fine. But thank you for sending the picture. That's like exactly what I said. So like majority of the group chat hearts that message. Some people put like, oh, okay, that's understandable. But this one bitch just wrote LOL. And if there's one thing y'all need to know about me, all right? If there's one thing you need to know about me, a good way to piss me off is to only respond with LOL, especially when ain't shit funny. Quickest way to get cussed out or cut off. Anyway, and it did bother me then too, just not as much as it would now, because I don't know these people. That might just be how they talk to each other. You know what I'm saying? LOL might be, that might be a thing for them and not for me. So I didn't say nothing. So boom, it's the next day. She texts me saying they'll pick me up around 11 so we can get there early, at a good time, set up the campsite and shit like that. I was like, cool. So the colors that the girls were wearing, oh my God, this is so stupid to think back on. So the colors that the girls were wearing were like a lime green, neon type of green type shit. And to be honest with you, me and lime green never really got along like that. So I don't own any lime green clothes, regardless if I wanted to match with them or not. And I didn't, because I don't have shit that's lime green. And I was chilling. I wasn't going to be in the pictures regardless. So I was like, I'm not even about to look for anything green. Like, I'm just about to put on some shit that look cute and I'm going to go. So I put on some black tights and like a light blue tube top type situation. Here I go back to these fucking tube tops. But that's what I had on. Some black tights, tube top, and like some cute little sandals. Real cute, real simple. Had my afro picked out to hell because I knew we was finna sweat and it was going to eventually end up in a bun anyway. I was like, might as well rock out with it as for long as I can. You know what I'm saying? I was like, by the end of the night, it's going to be in a ponytail anyway. Might as well pick this bitch out. So boom. She texts me, we outside. I get outside, big ass souped up truck outside. I'm like, ooh, y'all niggas got money. Later I found out that it was just one of their parents' truck, but I was just like, okay. So there's 8 people in the truck that pulled up to my house, and they said it was like 4 people in the car that was going to be following behind them, right? Because it was 12 people altogether, 13 including me. So in the truck, it's, what was it? I think it was 5 girls and 3 guys, right? I opened the back of the truck to get in. Immediate issues, bitch. Immediate issues. For starters, every guy that was in this car, unbeknownst to me, had on a blue shirt. I was like, oh my fucking God. So I'm automatically getting like dirty looks from all the girls that are in this car, because it's just like, bitch, who do you think you are matching our men? Like, what? There's nowhere to sit, bitch. And let me just say this so y'all can get what I'm trying to say. Everybody in the car that I needed to be black was not black, okay? I really need y'all to get what I'm saying when I say that, okay? Everybody in this situation who I needed to be was not. So I'm just like standing there waiting for somebody to scoot the fuck over or something. Like, hey, nobody's moving. Like, everybody's just staring at me. And I'm like, okay. So Jeanette, the girl that I know from Chipotle, is driving. Her and her man are sitting up front. He in the passenger seat. So they both like, is anybody gonna move? Like, y'all just staring at her, like, move so she can sit down. So one of the girls, whose name is Blake, who I really, really, really need y'all to remember, okay? In a nasty ass attitude, let me not lie, because I'm jumping ahead, okay. In a very sour tone, she said, I thought she was riding with Cam and them because there's no room in here for her. So I look at Jeanette, and I'm trying to, like, talk to her with my eyes. Like, bitch, there's no way I'm getting in another car full of 4 people that I don't fucking know to drive 2.5 hours to a place I don't even know where the fuck we going. Fix it now. So Gillette was like, nah, I wanted her to ride with us because she don't know nobody. Obviously, bitch. So one dude who was in there, what was his name? Oh my God, he important too. His name was, His name was fucking Q. Oh my gosh, I'm sweating thinking about this story. It's so stupid. So Q was like, I mean, you can sit on my lap, but I don't know if you're trying to do all that. And he started laughing and shit. So Blake is like, no. She told this other nigga, she was like, I don't know, I'm gonna just call him Sean. Sean, you could go ride with Cam so she can sit down. So even though she was doing me a favor, the tone in which she said it made me know that Blake and Q go together, right? I was like, she said that in the tone like, I wish you would sit on my nigga lap, right? So now I'm picking up on the statuses and the situationships of everybody in the car. And I'm just like, okay. So it's Jeanette and her man, right? They in the front. It's Blake and Q. They dating. It's a bitch in the back seat with another boy. I'm assuming they dating. And it's one other random boy who got out to let me have a seat. It's a whole lot of people in the car, y'all. I can't remember everybody's name. This was 1,000 years ago, okay? It's a lot of people in the car. Somebody get out, let me sit down. We cool. So 3 of the dudes in the car were black, right? And everybody else is white. And I promise y'all this is really important to the story. I promise you it is, okay? So we got about 2.5 hour drive to this little festival campsite shit, right? Promise y'all this is the only road trip I ever been on where nobody played no music. These motherfuckers were very, very hell-bent on talking, eating, smoking, and I'm just like, nobody's gonna turn on a tune. Ironically, on the way to a fucking music festival, like, nobody wanted to listen to music. Everybody wanted to talk, and I was like, oh my gosh, why? So everybody's like talking, snacks is getting opened and shit, right? So Q, who is Blake's man, is sitting right beside me because he's in the middle. I'm on the window, she on the window, it's some niggas in the back, right? So in every conversation that circled around, he made sure to ask me a question. How old I was, if I was going to do acid. Have I ever done an acid before? Have I ever been to a music festival? Where I'm from? I was like, ooh, leave me alone. So the whole time he asking me these questions, I can see Blake like giving me like a dirty little side eye look. And I'm purposely not looking at Q. Like, I'm not facing towards him because I don't want her to get the idea that I'm just enamored with her nigga talking to me and shit like that. Like, the last thing I need is for her to think that I want you, nigga, because I don't. I really don't. I'm only here for Jeanette, by the way. I'm just, so I didn't give that nigga any eye contact because I was like, I will beat your girlfriend up in this car if she tries some shit. Anyway. Hold on. I just lied. Caught myself in a lie. Anyway, I do that sometimes. So I'm lying. He asked me a question about acid, and we actually did fall into a little tiny conversation, right? Because I was telling him a story, right? And by the way, Let me not get defensive because I didn't do nothing wrong. By the way, it was enough people in this car to have multiple side conversations. It was 8 motherfuckers in this car, okay? I did not do anything wrong but to answer the question he asked me. So, in the middle of us having this little conversation, I peeped Blake looking at backseat girl. Like, she kept looking at her phone and looking back at her, like, making eye contact and laughing and shit like that. And let me just say this. If you were any type of recluse, introvert, anxiety-driven person, you have the ability to peep every fucking thing. You have the ability to see, hear, feel everything weird or socially off, okay? So I immediately know that these two bitches are texting back and forth about me, obviously. So out of nowhere, backseat girl goes, so Zara, what made you wear blue? What made you wear a blue shirt? Almost immediately, bitch. From the front seat, Jeanette, her man, at the same time goes, that's definitely not her name. At the same time, like they were brother and sister, like they were fucking twins. That's definitely not her name. And Q goes, it's definitely not. And they all start laughing. I'm not laughing because why the fuck you asked me that? And I don't even care that you mispronounced my name, but I hate a riddle and I hate a rhetorical question. Especially, like, bitch, if you say what you're saying, like, if you're really trying to ask me a question, say what the fuck you trying to ask me. I hate shit like that. But I'm chilling. You know, I'm calm. So I was like, oh, it was the first cute shirt I saw, girl, and I just put it on. Like, you know, just, I know what you're trying to do, but I'm not taking it there with you. But then, y'all, this girl says, oh, because we were talking about it, like, how she say she didn't want to match us, but then match the guys instead. And oh my God, I hate talking about people like this. But these were the type of white girls that, you know what I'm trying to say. They were like, oh, okay, bitch. Because I thought, like, you know what type of, y'all know. They were them. They were these types. And I was just like, yeah, no, I wasn't trying to match no niggas. I just saw this was the first shirt I pulled out that was cute. And I wore it. I didn't even know. Now, I'm not saying this part, but I genuinely didn't know that the guys were wearing blue because none of the guys talked in the group chat. It was all the girls. So how the fuck was I supposed to know? First of all, neon green and blue. Why did y'all choose them colors? Because they don't even go together. Anyway, so I'll go, yeah, because I thought y'all all was wearing green. So I thought I was going to be the only person in blue, to be honest. So then Q goes, it's cool because he was like, you low-key making me feel better because I was supposed to be in dark blue and this is the only shirt I had. Now, oh, Jesus. I need y'all to know that me and Q are matching almost perfectly. He had on some black ripped jeans with a light blue shirt and I had on a light blue crop top with some black tights. So me and this nigga look like we planned this almost. So I do a little awkward, little giggle. Like, and I put my fucking headphones in because I don't want to have this conversation. Like, I don't want to talk to y'all anymore. Like, I wish Jeanette wasn't driving so Jeanette could be in the back seat with me because I just don't want to partake in any of this anymore. Oh my gosh. Wait, before I put my headphones in, right after I said I thought everybody was going to be wearing green, so I thought I was going to be the only person in blue, Blake goes to Q. She's talking to Q. She's like, yeah, babe, everybody going to think you guys are dating. You guys are matching. Like, that's when I put my headphones in. I was like, all right, you know what? Let's go ahead and turn on some fucking anything, some Frank Ocean, bitch, anything. I just don't want to hear anything else coming from this car. So I had my headphones in the whole time until they started passing around the blunt. Then I took my headphone out. I was like, just to be in the moment, took my one little headphone out to puff pass. So finally we get to the campsite, right? This is such a long ass story, but I promise every detail of this story matters, bitch. Please. So like I said, we pull up to the campsite. All the dudes hop out to get all the tents and shit out the trunk, start setting up, the campsite. Well, to get it out the truck so we can walk to the campsite. So now in the car, it's me, Jeanette, Blake, and backseat girl, right? And Jeanette goes, well, I'm about to roll up because it's a long walk and I'm trying to smoke on the way. So I'm like, bet, because I had brought my shit too. So I climb in the front seat with Jeanette and we start rolling up. So backseat girl goes, we should take shots. Now, pause the story. I am not a drinker unless it's an occasion or something to get lit about. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not gonna pop a bottle for nothing. You know what I mean? It has to be an occasion. And to me, this was an occasion. So of course I was gonna drink. So Blake and backseat girl in the back taking shots. We hear him take like 2 shots each. So Jeanette is like, damn, bitch, pass the bottle. Like, y'all back there hogging this shit. So she passes the bottle. Oh, Jesus. She passes the bottle to Jeanette, right? And I'm in the front seat. I'm in the passenger seat rolling, so my head is down. In my peripheral vision, I can see the bottle being handed from the back seat next to me to Jeanette. Why did this bitch go, oh, Zara, I would let you have a shot, but I only bought enough for us to take shots, right? Now, like I said, mind you, my head is down because I'm rolling up. So I do a little side-eye look to the bottle that Jeanette has in her hand. Bottle big as shit, right? Bottle big as fuck. So I do like a little look out the window like they do in the office, like looking at the imaginary camera, because I'm like, that's a big ass bottle. So I go to look back over at Jeanette. Jeanette already looking at me, and her like mouth is tuned up like she just as confused as I am. So now that just gave me confirmation that this bitch is being weird, right? Because it was all in my head at first, because I was like, maybe I'm just maybe I'm just being a hostile ass black woman. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm really feeding into it. The look that Jeanette had on her face, all of it, I was like, okay, all right. I know I'm not tripping now. Now pause the story again. For those of you who have ever participated in any type of LSD, you know that whatever your brain is doing before you take that shit, it's going to be doing it and then some after you take that shit, okay? So that part is really important. So I laugh it off and I'm like, it's all right, I don't drink anyway. I'm not lying, but I'm lying at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't drink, but I I do sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted the moment to be over. So I was like, it's cool. I don't drink anyway. It's fine. So fast forward, we all take the tabs. We got like maybe a 20-minute walk to the campsite to actually like start setting up the campsites and stuff. This is where all the people are. Like, y'all, if you ever been to a festival, you know. So as we're walking, Jeanette is like, oh, Cam is coming up, but he can't find the car. So me and Jeanette walk back and we go flag down the car full of 4 other people that were following behind us, right? I think they had stopped to like get some food or something. I don't know why they got lost, but they did. So we flagging down the car like, hey, park right beside the truck, like, so y'all can follow us walking. So we finally flag them down. And luckily for me, one of the guys that was in the car was a guy I knew from school named Ryan. Now, we weren't friends or nothing like that, but you could tell that we were both really excited to see each other because, you know, black people. So we were just like, oh, and he was like, oh shit. He was like, crossing the B. That's my Instagram name because he didn't know what the fuck my name was. And I only know his name now because I remembered it. But he was like, oh shit, hey girl. So I gave him a hug and stuff like that. So when he hugged me, he picked me up and spin me around. Obviously, he was high as fuck, right? He was high as shit. Picked me up, spin me around, was like, oh shit, girl, I see you. What's all like we catching up and shit like that. Why I turn around and start walking again with the group? Why is Blake and backseat girl giving me the dirtiest look? I'm like, damn, a bitch can't say hello. Like, I was so irritated. I was like, what is going on? So I can't feel none of the acid right now. So this is just sheer, like, actual annoyance. Like, why the fuck are y'all looking at me like that? So fast forward again, get to the campsite. All the dudes put the tents up. It's like 4 tents. They big as hell. That's how I know, you know, these people. I was like, where did y'all get this money from? And where did y'all get these tents from? So I start to feel my acid kick in. Not a lot, just a little bit. So I go in one of the tents to lay down just to prepare myself for this loud ass event that we about to partake in. So like I said, I go lay down, and the dude Ryan that I knew from school, his girlfriend was also in the car, and she was black too. And so she came in the tent where I was. I don't think she knew I was in there because she was like, girl, I came in here to do the exact same thing. So I lifted the blanket up that I had so she could like lay down next to me and shit. Boom. We started talking. And we started talking about random trippy shit. Like, you could tell the acid is kicking in, but not like, you know, we not peaking yet. So we just start talking. 20 minutes later go by. And the nigga Cam snatches the fucking tent open. He was like, come on, y'all, we about to walk around and like get some shit, do some shit. Like see the surrounding area. So it's important to know that from that point on, Ryan's girlfriend, who I can't remember her name was like Trilany or something like that. She never left my fucking side. She was officially my trip buddy, like never left my side. So at this specific festival, I cannot remember the name of it for the life of me, but it reminded me a lot of like Joshua Tree and Lost Lands, if you know those two. So it was very like, it was just big ass acres of like grass and hills. Like it was a lot of land to cover. So we had a lot of fucking walking to do. And they had like little food trucks and mini bars so you can get something to eat. You can get a drink if you wanted to. So of course everybody was high everybody was like fucked up a little bit, we made our way to them fucking food trucks. And so because everybody is high off of different shit, we picked like 3 people to go take all the food and drink orders, right? Me, Q, and fucking Jeanette, because we the only ones that didn't look like we was tweaking, right? So me, Q, and Jeanette are the food and drink go-getters. So Jeanette goes over to the drinks first to get her little crew their drinks first. I see a taco truck. I be lying straight for that motherfucker. I don't even care if y'all wanted tacos or not. We all eating tacos because I want a fucking taco. So for whatever reason, this nigga Q stands behind me at the taco truck over my shoulder, talking about something. You feeling anything yet? And I was like, yeah, but I've done this a few times, so I'm chilling. Like I'm not tweaking. So he was like, oh, you a pro? Like trying to laugh and giggle and shit. And I'm like, yeah, still facing forward, bitch, because the last thing I need is for your girl to look over here and we sitting face to face giggling and hoo-hawing and shit. Like, that's not gonna happen. So I get the tacos. I go back over to Ryan and his girlfriend, and I put all 3 of our food down because I got food for me, Ryan, his girlfriend, and me. And I put our food down, and I was like, all right, I'm about to go get the drinks now. What y'all want? Long Island, something Red Bull, whatever the fuck. I'm trying to get me a little tequila cranberry. That's my shit. So I go up to the little mini bar, and it's a little bit of a line, so I'm waiting. Guess who the fuck shimmies up next to me? And I'm like, I just roll my eyes. I'm like, oh my God, nigga. At this point, it looked like you're following me. Like, so if Blake get mad, I'm not even gonna be mad at her, because why the fuck are you over here? Like, you could have waited until I was getting so irritated. I was like, you really could have waited until I was like, stop following me. I didn't say that, but I was thinking it. So they have like little like scanny things for the drink menu that you can see on your phone. So I'm like second in line, and I'm looking at the menu, and it's like $15 for a tequila cranberry. I'm like, oh, I'm not fucking doing that. But Ryan had gave me some money for him and his girlfriend's drink, so I got their drinks with his money, because I'm not paying $15 for no fucking drink. So when it's my turn to order, Q get like closer behind me, and he like rubbing his hands together. He like, what we drinking? And I'm like, oh, I'm not drinking anything. I'm like, this is for Ryan and Trinity. And he was like, oh, you're not drinking? He was like, you don't drink. And I was like, no, I drink. I'm just not paying $15 for half a cup of alcohol. Like, I'm not doing that. Girl, why does nigga start separate? First of all, I hate when niggas do this. Why does nigga start separating bills in his hand? And he like, I got you. And I was like, nope. Grab both of their drinks, walk the fuck away immediately. No, you don't. That, first of all, that's not impressing me. Second of all, nigga, I didn't ask you to buy me no drink. No. Grab they 2 little drinks, walk my ass fast as fuck back over to them tents. I was like, we not doing this. At this time, music is playing, nothing too crazy, but, people standing around watching, just having a little moment, drum, guitar, no words, just like instrumental shit. So me and Trinity, we eating our little tacos. Jeanette and her man dancing to the music. They off doing their own little thing. Backseat girl and her man somewhere. I don't know where the fuck they went. Cam and Blake are like sitting on the ground eating and shit. I don't know. They just sitting on the ground. I don't know why they were sitting on the ground. They could have sat in a tent, but I don't know. And there's some other people, y'all. It was a lot of people on this trip. I do not remember half of these people. Like, the people that I can name are the only people that I remember. It was like 12 motherfuckers. I can only remember like 6. I'm sorry. So everybody's doing their own little thing. Everybody's eating, or some people walked off. Like, everything is real copacetic right now. Everything is cool. Everything is calm. Until this nigga Q come back. He start divvying out the drinks he just got. And now he's holding 2 drinks. So Blake goes, damn, babe, you got 2 drinks? You're going to be fucking hammered before this show even starts, or something like that. This nigga goes, oh, this one not for me. This for Zaria. And tries to hand me a fucking JD and Coke. Worst drink of all time. Nigga, I'm not drinking that. First of all. Why did you think that my drink of choice was a fucking JD and Coke? Do you think I'm a father of 6, nigga? What the fuck? So he tried to hand me the drink, and I'm obviously not taking it. So he sit it down, like, right in front of my foot. So Blake is like, I thought you said you didn't drink. Y'all, I wish I could perfect her voice, and so y'all could hear the gradual attitude that this bitch was giving me the entire night. But I was just like, oh, I just said that so y'all didn't feel like y'all had to share y'all bottle with me. That's all. So I'm handling this situation so much nicer than I would now, right? So I'm just trying to, like, give all respectful answers. Y'all could not believe what this bitch fixed her mouth to say. She was like, so I guess you're just going to get free drinks instead, huh? Excuse me. Trinity immediately stopped chewing her fucking taco and look at me. And I'm looking at her. Looking at me, looking at her. And it's silent as fuck because we both... Y'all know when black women do that little thing, it's like, bitch. What you finna say? Bitch, I don't know. It caught me off guard. You better say something. I don't think I can. Like, we had such a heavy conversation in our eyes, and nobody said anything. So Q whispered something in Blake's ear. She rolled her eyes and shit like that. Everybody keep eating. And now I'm thinking about it, because, like, I really should have said something back, but I just couldn't. Like, I didn't know what to say. I didn't. And now I'm looking bitch, because I just let her say that to me and I ain't say nothing back. But it's okay. So perfect timing, because now the real music kicks on. Shit loud as fuck. There's like a crowd. Like, people are starting to, people starting to feel it. Now we're in peak mode. Everybody can feel the shit that we took. Everybody is like right in the middle of it. So me, Ryan, Trilany, and Cam, we all went down to where the stage is. Everybody's losing their fucking minds to the beat, the visuals, it is really going crazy. So we pretty much stayed together the whole time. So at one point, I feel my back get scratched, and then I feel it get like shoved. But I'm not really paying no attention, because I'm high as fuck. I'm tripping balls, and everybody's already like head banging and jumping and shit to the beat. So it's already kind of pushy shovey anyway. So I didn't turn around. I didn't do anything about it, because I thought it was just somebody behind me fucking tripping, literally. So I turned to Trilany, and this bitch is giving me the dirtiest look I've ever seen in my life. So I'm like, oh shit, did I elbow this bitch in the mouth by accident? Did I like step on her toe? So I'm looking at her and I'm like, what's wrong? Like, what did I do? She was like, you didn't fucking feel that? So I'm like, what? Because I can't hear her for real. And the music is so loud. I'm like, what? This bitch grabbed me by my wrist and dragged me all the way back to the front. So we walking up on the tents, and Blake is losing her fucking mind, right? So I mean, like, face red as a tomato, tears ripping down her fucking face. I'm like, what is going on? So everyone except Ryan and Cam is back at the tents now, because they still down there at the stage where she pulled me away from. And now everybody's trying to figure out what the fuck is wrong with Blake, but everybody is so high that nobody is like forming a good enough sentence to make out what the fuck is actually going on. So Q is like holding her, he's like putting his hand on her mouth so she could like, he's like, shut up. He was like, shut the fuck up. He's like holding her shoulders and shit like that. This bitch is getting louder and louder and louder, right? And I can't really understand what she's saying until I lock the fuck, and no, I don't know what she's saying, because I'm so out of it, until I keep hearing her say her. And every time she say her, everybody look at me. So now I'm locked the fuck into what she's saying, because I stopped thinking about the answer to world hunger and shit, because I'm lost in this fucking acid, y'all. Like, I don't have a fucking clue what's going on. So I stare at her and I'm locking in on what the fuck she's saying. Y'all, this bitch is saying the most outlandish shit I ever heard in my entire life. At the top of this bitch's lungs, she's going, he don't even like black girls. He never even dated black girls before. She just want to walk around here and think that she can fuck anybody just because they black and shit. I was like, what? No, wait, I got to do it right for y'all. I got to do it right, because she didn't give a fuck what anybody was saying to her. She didn't care if anybody was covering her mouth. She was saying some fucked up shit. Hold on, let me get into like my drunk white girl voice. Hold on. She was like, no, because he don't even like black women. He don't even like her. He's my boy. No, I don't care. No, because he's my man and she thinks she can fuck him. He doesn't even want to fuck her. He likes pink nipples. No, I don't care. I don't give a fuck who's looking at me. No, because he doesn't even like black women. She just thinks that she can come over here and fuck everybody. Like, she's losing her fucking mind, y'all. Like, I didn't know what to do, because I can't even tell you the face expression I was making, because I was so tripped up, and I was like, this is a living nightmare. Like, it didn't feel real to me. So I think I was probably smiling, which was making her even madder, because first of all, I couldn't believe the racist shit that I was hearing. Second of all, nobody was doing anything about it except Q. Like, he was desperately trying to get her to stop saying the word black. Like, he was like, please stop. Like, you were doing a lot. So she tries to like lunge at me. This is when I found out that when we were down there in like the pit listening to the music, she was trying to fight me, and I just wasn't aware, because I just didn't know. But she had like scratched the shit out of my back, and she like grabbed my shirt and was like pulling me back. And I had no fucking idea. I had no idea. Trilany and Q had to tell me that she was really trying to whoop my ass down there, and I just didn't notice. So when she lunges for me, I take a step back. This bitch falls down. And I'm just kind of like looking at her, pupils dilated as fuck. And I'm trying to really understand if this is really happening or not, or if I'm having a bad trip. Y'all, I was so confused. And if she wasn't yelling at me, if she wasn't like losing her mind, I would have really looked like an idiot, because I was just standing there like letting her say that shit to me. But, you know, of course she ended up looking like an idiot because she was the one spazzing. But still, I was just like, huh? So everybody's like, oh my God, shut the fuck up. So obviously, some nigga in all black walk up, little security guard. He's like, hey, y'all, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if y'all are together, but y'all gotta disperse. He was like, y'all either gotta leave or y'all gotta disperse. Like, he was like, I wasn't even trying to do all this tonight. Like, it's a cute little music festival. Like, get y'all shit together. So Blake hears that and she's like, we're not fucking going. You know, and then Q pick her ass up, put her over his shoulder, and they walk off into the distance, right? So now everybody's almost gone, because everybody's like, I'm not dealing with this bullshit. Nobody wants to hear like a drunk white girl screaming on acid. So everybody walked away. I don't know where Jeanette is. I don't know where her nigga is. It's just me, Trinity, and Ryan at this point. I don't even know where Cam went. So Trinity is looking at me like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I really don't even know what just happened. She was like, do you want to leave? And I was like, a little bit. Like, I think I do. So she runs down and finds Jeanette. I'm getting all my shit together in a tent. Don't know how we about to leave. She tells Jeanette that we dipping. Cam comes up from wherever the fuck he was. He was like, yo, y'all leaving? And I was like, we were like, yeah, we this is just not our vibe. Like, literally all the black people were just like, we not doing this. So Cam was like, all right, here, take my car and I'll just ride back with them in the morning. Because we had planned on camping out overnight at the festival, because in the morning they had, you know, some other shit going on. So he tossed Ryan his keys. He was like, y'all good to drive, bro? Like, y'all good? Like, it's a hotel like 45 minutes up the street. Y'all don't have to drive all the way back to Virginia Beach. Like, call me, like make sure y'all fucking safe and shit, right? So we like, all right, yeah. So 4 of us get in the car, pack our shit up, and we did. And we did go all the way back to Virginia Beach. We drove that 2.5 hours all the way back to Virginia Beach. Now, I do not recommend driving under the influence. But yeah, I just don't. I don't have anything else to say other than that. I don't recommend I don't support it. I don't think you should do it. But I didn't do it. I was just in the car with somebody, which does not make it better. I have never done it a second time. It was just very important for me to get the fuck out of there. And they dropped me off at home. And yeah, that was it. So yeah, that was my one and only little music festival. Now, I did obviously keep in touch with Ryan and Trinity, because Ryan went to my school and I had got Trinity's number and shit like that. But yeah, that was it, guys. I was very traumatized from that. And then you can't really go to sleep on acid. So when I got home, I just stayed up until the next day, and then I fell asleep. And when I woke up, I was like, did that really happen, or was that all a dream? Y'all, it was crazy. So, but yeah, guys, that's the episode. If you're listening on YouTube, like, subscribe. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, leave a little review. Hell, leave an LOL. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Don't piss me off. But leave a 5-star review. I know most of you guys listen on Apple Podcasts. They make the review leaving so difficult because you have to leave like a little stupid ass username. But do it for your girl. Support your girl. Support your local black girl. All right, guys. Peace.